Two Pinellas County deputies facing suspension tonight for what you see in this video. This is not the first time we've shown you this recording from their dashboard camera. Now, after months of investigating, the sheriff is talking about it. One deputy is suspended for 15 days, another for 5. Nightside reporter Sarah Rosario is here to tell us the reason they're being held accountable. Sarah?
Yeah, Katie, these deputies were not suspended for their excessive use of force. They were instead suspended for violating protocol. First, in how they responded, putting themselves in danger. And secondly, for purposefully turning off the audio on this dash cam video. As we take another look at that video, I'll explain.
Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri is adamant he's holding his deputies accountable after an investigation into this video showing a violent arrest on May 25th. Termination was on the table.
I have no hesitation in doing it. And when it needs to be done, you're gone and you're out of here.
But no termination here. Instead, a suspension for deputies Alexander Edge and Jason Finneran, seen in this video holding down a man while hitting and pulling his hair. That man is 25-year-old Jamaris Reed. Officers responded to a house Reed was at after reports he had a gun. The deputies told the sheriff he resisted their commands to get on the ground with his hands up.
And he's not showing his hands. He's acting crazy. He's acting out of control. He's yelling, screaming, running around the car. And what Edge, rightfully so, was concerned about, that the next thing, as soon as that hand came up, there was a gun in it and he was going to start shooting.
Reed was charged for battery and resisting an officer. His lawyer says the video clearly shows excessive force by deputies and says their punishment isn't enough.
I don't think it's sufficient.
Deputy Edge, seen throwing blows, will be suspended for 15 days for violating policy, putting he and Deputy Finneran in jeopardy.
If Reed had pulled out a gun and Edge started shooting and Finneran started shooting, they were shooting at each other.
Deputy Finneran will be suspended for 5 days for shutting off the microphone on his dashcam video.
When they've already shown that they haven't complied with policies and procedures, and then the microphone was intentionally cut off, so we will never know if that really happened.
Deputy Edge was wrong. Deputy Edge did not use effective police practices, didn't use proper technique, should not have jumped on the guy's back.
Reed's attorney says the extent of the violence is an issue of race.
And my question is, if this was a white male, would he have been treated in this way? And I don't believe the answer is yes.
If Reed had complied with the command at gunpoint to get on the ground and put your hands out, we wouldn't even be here talking about this.
And we had a lot of people talk with us on Facebook Live saying this guy should have just complied with orders and avoided this whole thing. But also, Sarah, that the cops didn't need to use that much force. So what's the next step in the legal process with his lawyer?
Well, I spoke to the lawyer, as you saw, and she said that Reed's charges were dropped after the release of this video, which she sent to the media. She also says it's too early to say whether or not she's going to be filing suit against the sheriff's office. But one thing she knows for sure is that the sheriff's office needs to be held accountable.
All right, Sarah Rosario, thanks so much.